All right, let's do it. Can you hear me okay, Luigi?
Loud and clear.
All right, perfect, man. I'm gonna just grab this water. Let me get my feet on the P90 plus, and let's get fired up, man. It's good to see y'all. It's what you guys are back from the uh the, the summer event. It's been 2 weeks now.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys have been breaking some records and experiencing some major shifts. That's what I'm gonna talk to you guys about tonight. Give me 1 second.
Well, actually, there is a shift that happened there. I think OlyNation did their biggest day so far. So I guess that had
Yeah,
a bit of a
over 200K, man. That's
no,
crazy.
no, it's actually 300K.
300?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's insane, man. I saw somebody in the chat said that's going to be a lot of Bomber Airs going out. Oh, man. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And we're going to dive into today's training. We're going to be short and sweet today. I just really want to give you guys, as always, something that you could take with you. I know you guys were pumped at the event. I was not able to make it. Calais and I had to cancel. We had to cancel our hotel and everything and flights. Had some family stuff we had to take care of. But I was tapping in and seeing all the pictures and the photos and just how incredible it was for you guys. And so with that, I prepared a training and was going to do it last week, but we had to recap. So I think it's still going to be relevant to you this week. Like Luigi said, a lot of what we do in this business is surrounding mindset, right? It's all surrounding mindset. And so we're going to be talking about how to protect momentum, because when you go to these events, you make connections, you get fired up, you learn some new trainings, you get a little bit of an edge, but then you come back, you hop on that plane and you come back to your part of the world. And a lot of times, some of that momentum can easily get robbed from you. And so you're still kind of fresh off of the event. And so I thought it would still be pretty good to share this with you guys. So let me go ahead and bring up my screen real fast, and we're going to hop right into this. Let's see. Let's blow this thing up a little bit here. Make this be a little bit bigger. All right. Bam. All right, here we go, y'all. So again, just want to welcome everybody back from the convention. I missed you guys, missed these calls. And I hope that you guys all laughed. You learned some cool stuff. You made some new friends, and you just had the opportunity to expand your vision, right, for what's possible. So what I want you to do now is just block out everything else that's been crowding your mind, and just take a deep breath, because I'm going to drop a little bit of alpha for y'all tonight. Because as we all know, convention, it creates inspiration, but inspiration by itself has never created a single dollar income, right? Income comes from what you do after the convention, after all the lights go down and the music stops. I know y'all had the 80s party and everything. It was 90s party, right? It was 90s party. And I know that the goal for y'all was never not just to leave there excited. The goal was to take that excitement and turn it into consistent action that creates customers, that helps to build your teams, and that basically will help to change your life. So tonight it's about one thing and one thing only. How do we protect the momentum that we gained from the convention and turn our inspiration into income, right? So I hope y'all are up for that. And we're going to kick this thing off by just naming a couple of the traps that happen. I call it the convention trap, right? Been a tons of these things. So let me describe something that we've all lived through, whether you went to the summer convention or you were with us in Xiamen in Singapore, or you've been with us in Toronto, or some of the Vancouver events that Luigi put on. Here's the thing: you leave the convention absolutely certain that this is going to be the moment for you that everything changes, right? And so you might be like, yo, this is going to be my year. I'm all in. And then you like, finally, I'm going to build this thing. You guys know my story, right? I got involved. Angelo got me plugged in, and him and Luigi, was coaching me up and stuff. And Luigi would invite me to Toronto at some of the events there, and me and my wife, we'd fly in and got to just connect. But it wasn't until the Vancouver event, for some reason, they went crazy in Vancouver, that my eyes was finally open. I had already been in the company for like 8-9 months, But it wasn't until the Vancouver event, I think that was like November 2025, that the light bulb finally went on for me. And I'm like, okay, I need to strategize and really get this thing going. And so it is true, when you go to events and you go to conventions, that's the, I call it the light bulb moment, when that switch finally hits, right? So you leave out of there, you're pumped up. And then, like I said earlier, you hop on your plane, and then Monday morning arrives. Work is still waiting for you. Your kids need you. Laundry's all piled up. You go and hop on your computer. Your inbox is full, and all the unexpected or expected bills show up, right? Man, life has this quiet way of just pulling us right back into our old routines. And then 2 weeks later, all that fire that you felt in the room has kind of cooled off a little bit. Now I want you to just hear me carefully. The convention, it had a lot of power. It didn't lack power. The problem is that ordinary life can quietly just creep in and steal all of your momentum unless you decide on purpose to protect it. All right. So let's take a minute and just get clear on what momentum actually is, because most people have it wrong. I mean, I had it wrong for years. And so some of you are probably already ahead of me. I'm a late bloomer. All right. Some of you probably already ahead of me. You're at the finish line with the flag waving. But for those of you that are not, I want to get on the same page. I want to make sure we're speaking the same language. So let's take a look at that. So a lot of people believe that momentum is a feeling, right? It's not. You build momentum. Watch this. Watch how it actually works. So convention, it gave you a certain level of inspiration, and that inspiration only becomes significant if it becomes action. Why? Because action repeated consistently produces your results. And it's your results, fam, that creates your income. And when you get that income, that's what really builds your confidence. And your confidence is what begins to create real momentum. Notice where momentum sits on a chart. You look at it on your screen. Take a screenshot of it. Notice where it sits on this whole chain right here. It's not in the beginning. You don't start with momentum. You earn that. Momentum is what shows up after you've done all the ordinary work, day after day, when no one's clapping for you, no one's saying, hey, great job, no one's putting a post up for you saying, hey, congratulations, right? Because all that stuff comes after you do the work. You can't borrow it from a weekend in Orange County. You got to build it with your own hands. And so if momentum is built, then we got to guard it from three things that can tear it down. I call these three things the momentum killers, right? So here they are, and they're subtle, y'all. The first thing is waiting. And it sounds like this is a decoy, right? I think I'm gonna just start next week. Let me go ahead and get this stuff settled back down. Had a great weekend. Let me just catch up on all this other stuff, get that out the way, and then I'll get started. Or, maybe, you know what? Let me, when this person, I'll let them reach out to me. I don't want to be a bugaboo. I don't want to keep bugging them. I don't want to blow them up. It'll turn them off, right? Meanwhile, they're signing up with somebody else. Here's the truth. Life is never going to fully settle down. The stars aren't always going to align, and here's the thing about momentum. It hates delay. Momentum hates delay. Okay, the second one, overthinking. Where all my overthinkers at, my left brain people, where you at, right? You overanalyze everything and you get that analysis paralysis. Some people will spend 2 weeks building a perfect plan instead of just making one simple phone call. Listen, progress always beats perfection. And this is coming from the perfection Lord, because I got to get everything just right. But that holds you back, right? And lastly, the third thing is isolation. No man is an island unto themselves, they say. So the weekend you spent up in Orange County with the crew, you were surrounded by a whole bunch of belief. People poured into you. There was some dynamic trainings. I was able to, catch snippets of when you guys had your phones and you was recording it, seeing Luigi up there, got the whole room shaking, acting like a maniac, right? So you had a lot of people pouring into you, but when you disconnect from the community, your belief slowly begins to leak out, right? Momentum grows in rooms where people encourage each other. So whatever you do, stay connected, stay plugged in. You don't got to attend every single Zoom, but you want to stay plugged in. You want to connect with other people that's building. I've got someone in my downline, incredible woman. I'm not gonna say her name, but she reached out to me. She's like, Kwame, I need to, because she's not my personal, right? But she's on my team, and she's like, man, Kwame, I need to connect with somebody that's actually building. And so in her corner of the world, I was like, yeah, I know just the person. So I'm going to connect her with Stacy Mendito tonight, man. I'm going to connect her with her so they could just, blow it up together. So listen, stay plugged in. Now, here is a rule that tells you exactly when to move, right? Now, this rule, you guys know I have two companies. I have a brick and mortar sausage business, and I have a coaching company, and also pastor, right? So full plate. But what I've learned is this thing. It was taught to me when I went to Psi seminar at Psi 7, and they said, look, see, move. Look, see, move. That means you got to take action. You look, you see the opportunity, and you move on it. You don't sit on it, right? You got 3 seconds, baby. You got to move. And so a variation of that rule is what I call, and I didn't make it up, but it's the 72-hour rule, right? You got 72 hours. Y'all probably seen that TV series, The First 48. Like when you solving the crime, you got like 48 hours. I'm gonna give you guys an extra 24. It's the 72-hour rule. And if you apply this not just to your business, but in other areas of your life, and when it pertains to making decisions, it will serve you well. So the next 3 days matter more than any other 3 days that you're going to have the rest of this month. I wanted to get this to you like last week, right? But you're getting something. You're getting some alpha tonight. And I'm going to leave you with some strategies, for you to be able to implement. Like every call, I want to give you guys something that you could take with you. And then, so I'm going to be dropping some nuggets for you. And then, Pete's going to come on. He's going to drop some nuggets for you. And we're going to give you 72 hours. The clock is ticking, right? Because there's some stuff before your head hits the pillow tonight. I don't care what your time zone is. Before your pillow hits tonight, you take some massive action on this and watch your results happen, right? So 72 hours, 3 days. Why? Because when your emotions are high, action becomes easy. When you're charged up, we talked about motivation, right? Motivation is great to get you started. Motivation gets you started, but it doesn't keep you going, right? So when your emotions are high, it's easy to take certain actions. So move while all of the excitement is still fresh, right? So in the next 72 hours, you're going to be calling people. You're going to schedule presentations. Me and my wife, we're headed to Playa del Carmen on Thursday. When we get back, I already told my team, we're doing Zooms. We're doing opportunity presentations. You guys can plug into them. I got some new presentations. I'm going to shoot over to Luigi. I'm going to be recording them as well. So you can just press play. We want to make it easy for you guys. So you're going to schedule presentations. You're going to follow up with prospects you keep thinking about. You're going to get on social media and share what you experienced over the last weekend, right? What you experienced on this call tonight. You're going to invite someone to take a look. All these are action steps, right? You want to make your belief actionable, okay? Every single action sends one message to your brain. Look, I am so serious about this because a lot of us were good at talking, right? And the crazy thing that I've learned is that you can still get the same dopamine hit by talking about the goal than actually taking action on the goal, right? So you don't want to just talk. You want to take decisive action immediately. So every time you wait, you're sending the opposite message, maybe later, right? Momentum, listen, let me tell you something, baby. Momentum does not respond to your intentions. I learned it the hard way. You know what momentum responds to? Movement. All right. So when we're looking at moving towards our goal, sometimes it looks big, right? It's huge, and we can get overwhelmed by the grandeur of what we're believing for. And so that old saying, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? That's real cute. But what I want to do is just shrink that big future down to something that you can actually win at today, right? Because we want to get those small wins. That's what builds our confidence. So how do we win today? Here's one of the biggest mistakes I see people make, because I've made it. They fall in love with the destination. You guys see all the posts that come up either in our community group or on WhatsApp. You see all these things popping up, all these announcements. Man, we just did 300K today as OlyNation. So and so just ranked advanced piece just hit M3. You know, all this stuff is happening in a lot of people's lives, and it's easy for us to fall in love with the destination. M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7, financial freedom. We fall in love with the destination. And listen, those goals are beautiful, and we gotta have them. You should have them. But staring at them all day can start to feel heavy, and it can feel far away when your dream meets the reality of your current situation. So let me shrink that whole thing again down for you to a question you could actually answer, because how many of you know that the quality of your life is based on the quality of questions that you ask? It may sound kind of odd, but a lot of times we get stuck on how questions and why questions instead of what questions. Like, what do I have to do right now in order to X, right? When you ask what questions, your subconscious mind kicks in and it goes and gets the solution for you. Listen, every problem has a solution and every question has an answer. Not profound, but it's the reality that we don't often think about. And so when we start asking the right questions, we start getting the right answers and the right solutions that move us forward, right? So the question isn't, how do I build my future, right? Instead, it's like, what are the 3 most important actions I can take today? Is it 5 calls, 3 follow-ups, 1 presentation, 1 testimonial, 1 invitation? That's it. That's the stuff. Because here's the thing, and you guys are blessed because you got a lot of incredible leaders, and so you'll get some of this from the stage, right? And you'll get some of this on some of these Zooms. But a lot of times, some leaders bypass this, right? Because extraordinary businesses aren't built on extraordinary bursts. We look for that home run moment. But one of my really good friends, Cedric Lipsy, he told me, he says, man, you know what? Quit swinging for the fence all the time, trying to hit the home run. He says, base hits wins games. Just get a base hit. Keep getting base hits. That will put points on the board. Right? You know, extraordinary businesses are built by just stacking ordinary days, one on top of the other, until they add up to something remarkable, y'all. So, okay, it begs the question. So, you know, what does one of those ordinary winning days actually look like? Only because you asked. All right, let's take a look. So here's what ordinary winning day looks like. And it's so super simple. It basically, I like it to rest on 5 daily disciplines. So take a screenshot of this. If you're on your computer or with your phone, screenshot it. You prospect every day. It's no mystery, right? You just hear me say everything else everybody's been telling you, just in a different way. You prospect every day, which just means you just talk to new people. That's it. We talk to somebody new every day if we decide to. Some of y'all mad at breakfast. You banging on breakfast. You just wake up angry. You walk past people, just face wrinkled up. You know what I mean? Smile. Reach out to somebody. Say, hey, be the first one to initiate it. Bring that energy. Bring that aura, right? You follow up every day. Because you heard that old saying, the fortune is in the follow-up. It really is. And also, you experience your products every day. Use your devices, right? so that your beliefs become rooted in your own results, not someone else's story. Build your story. It's okay to use someone else to get started, but build your story. Guess what? I had a story within 24 to 48 hours of using my P90. I slept like a baby and woke up and remembered that I had dreamed. That hadn't happened in years. I had a story. It wasn't some over the top thing, but imagine how many daggone people ain't sleeping good right now. A lot of people are having anxiety, depression. They're staying awake, worrying at night. Man, do you know if you just tell people how good you slept, they're going to lean forward in their chair, right? That developing your story is powerful. You know what? You learn every day. Even if it's only 10 minutes, read something new, watch a new video. These leaders, Luigi and all these guys are putting out crazy content. Anna and them, they're putting out crazy content every day, right? Learn something new. You got a whole, man, Luigi, I don't even know how much money him and Anna and them spent on this platform. I mean, I know, I'm talking about a lot of money. It's loaded with content. You should be in that thing every day, learning something new, tapping in, and then just stay connected to your team every day, because connection is what keeps that fire lit. And none of these things is dramatic, man. It's not. I don't got no magic wand, y'all. Just practical stuff. And that's just exactly my whole point. These small disciplines repeated over time are what begins to produce extraordinary outcomes, right? Now, before I got, let me see here. Where am I at? We're at 6:28 my time. We've been at this for about almost 20 minutes. I'm gonna bring this plane in for a landing because I know Pete's got some crazy stuff to share with you. I want to make sure he gets some time just to pour something into you guys, man. So listen, if you forget everything else that I say tonight, I want you to hold on to one word, okay? I just want you to hold on to one word. Here's the word, y'all. Move. Move. Let me unpack that for you, right? It's an acronym. Y'all always know I got to bring a little something for y'all, man. All right. The M is just make a decision. Listen, stop wondering whether you're going to build this business and just simply decide. What else you going to do? Watch Netflix? Turn Yellowstone off for a minute. Or Dutton Ranch, or whatever it is that you binge watching. Just turn it off for a minute. They ain't going nowhere. You could always come back and tap in. Look, you paying for that subscription. They ain't paying you, right? And just make a decision. I'm going to do this. It may not be easy. It may be challenging, but it's worth it. Make the decision. Make the decision to my wife is doing something. Something just came on saying there's smoke in the living room. I don't know. If you hear an alarm, don't be panicked. Everything's still under control. All right. But make that decision. And because listen, once you decide, a made up mind is unstoppable. A made up mind is unstoppable. There's a scripture in the Bible says a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. Right? But when you got a made up mind, when you've decided, you are unstoppable. That means nothing is getting in your way. You've made a commitment. Oh, boom, own your calendar, baby. If it's not scheduled, it's not going to happen. So block off the time before the life fills it in for you. Listen, nature abhors a vacuum, period. It's going to fill the space. Somebody else is going to occupy that time. Listen, time is life's currency. It's more important than even money, right? How you spend your day is going to determine how you spend your life, what you experience in life. Listen, this currency is more important than that fiat. Ask Steve Jobs. He had billions of dollars and it could not stop what was happening in his body. So own your calendar, control your day. Value consistency. Value consistency over intensity. Some people will get fired up and they'll run like a rabbit for 3 days. Then they burn out and they're done. Here come the turtle. Listen, the turtle catches up to the rabbit eventually, baby. Consistency is your friend. Value consistency over intensity. You do not need to have a heroic 12-hour day. You just need to keep showing up when things are ordinary, when things are quiet, right? And lastly, E, execute. That is so important. Execute every single day. Listen, your great ideas is not going to build your business. Execution will. So make a decision, own your calendar, value consistency, and execute. In other words, what the Kwame is telling you to do, baby, is move. Now, this last slide, let's just put it all together. I'm going to leave you with this challenge. I'm going to turn it over to Luigi and Pete. All right. So here's the thing. I love motivation because it gets us started, but I told you motivation can be overrated, right? So I don't want tonight to just be another motivational meeting that feels good and changes nothing. I want this to be a launch point for you. So here's your challenge. And the clock is ticking, baby. It starts right now. So before tomorrow night, I want you to do these 5 things. Y'all be like, you crazy. No, I'm fired up. I'm telling you what's going to get you. This is how you create momentum, right? You don't start a business, you launch a business. Contact 10 people. Y'all got smartphones, Androids, and all that. You've been sending cat videos and Instagram reels to your friends all damn day long. So I don't want to hear it. No excuses. Contact them same 10 people you sent the cat videos to and show them a picture of the P90. Follow up with 5 of them. Share one product story. This is all in 24 hours, right? Share one product story. Use your products, all of them. If you got the P90 Plus and you haven't used the Frost Stage beauty device yet, use it. I ain't used mine. I've been using the Claw. I call it the Claw. I've been using the massager and I've been using the P90. Tonight, I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to give myself a facial because I'm going to maintain my sexy, baby. So use your products. And then what? Show up on the next team call. Listen, these numbers are not magic, right? There's nothing magical about contacting 10 people. There's nothing magical about following up with 5 people. The numbers are not the magic. The action is. The action is. Why? Because action creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence, and confidence creates growth. So don't start tomorrow. Take some damn action tonight before your head hits the pillow, and let's go get it, baby. Protect your momentum. Protect your momentum, right? Convention was never the destination. That was your launch pad. The excitement that you felt was never the prize. It was just the fuel, the gasolina, right? That's what's going to get you going, right? So again, yeah, the convention inspired you. This call may inspire you, but the question is not, do you feel inspired? It's what are you going to do with that inspiration? I'm going to close with this. 6 months from now, someone on this call is going to have an entirely different life. Their income is going to be different. Their confidence is going to be different. Their family is going to be different. And the question is it going to be you? Are you going to protect your momentum that you receive from the convention, from this call? Don't let this become this great summer convention where you took some selfies with the leaders and with each other and you went back to your life. Let it become a week that changed your entire future. All right. Back to you, Luigi and Pete. Love you guys.
First of all, listen, you fired me all up. You know what? You know what? I think I want to share a little screenshot here just before we bring on our tonight's all-star here. Yeah, Matthew, I sent you an invitation, but it's okay. I guess you must be because normally you always like coming on camera, so you must not be in a good position to come on camera tonight. So I forgive you. And it's sure if you're half naked, we'd rather not see that part of you right away here tonight. That's not the point. But
somebody's half naked. Oh
right.
man.
Okay, just before we go there, yeah, did I share the sound here? Wait a second here. What's it? Sound? All right. Okay. There's one word that just got me fired up here. All right. So let's go it.
Hey,
Hey, hey, look at that. We have Pete. He was bombing all our pictures. And I wanted to take a wonderful picture of just Matthew and Anna. And Peter showed up on the picture there. And as this guy was bombing us all over the whole convention, hey? Hey, Anna? Hey, every time I looked at the picture, Pete was always somewhere there. He's sticking his head in, the picture's there. All right, okay. All right, that's enough. Listen, very grateful for a wonderful community. And, I think nobody's perfect in this world. Luigi ain't either, trust me. And if I ever did make a mistake and I offended somebody, I'm sorry, because you know what? I think, you know what I love about this business, Pete, is this is the best personal development business that you can go through in life. This is better than a 5 to 9 job. It's better than going to school. It's better than the way that our parents brought us up, because it's not their fault. They were brought up, with what they knew, right? But network marketing, if you can get through it and learn from your mistakes and grow from it, wow, you really go to the next level, my friends, like big time, all right? So, Anna, hey, isn't that lovely, eh? Peter, you know what? We're not going to share it. We're not going to steal the spotlight here tonight. But just before that, I want your friend Lillian, who knows you very well, to congratulate you, to bring you on, why she's proud of you, because she always has this kind of teddy bear way of talking about you. Go ahead, Lillian. You're muted. Okay.
I almost left the webinar. No, I did. I went to click unmute and I almost left the webinar. I don't even know where to start with Pete, because I might get, he's like my brother from another mother now. He's family, and you, of all people, so deserve this. And I am so honored to have you in my life, to have gotten to know you over this past year, and especially in the last, since probably last November. And like you always say, we had to kiss a couple of frogs. And I'm French Canadian, so I kiss frogs all the time anyways. But, we found our prince. This is amazing. And I'm so glad to be a part of this with you. You are the epitome of a leader. Absolutely. There is nothing that you do not do for me or for anybody. And that is even outside what we call a team, because we're all family. We're all a team. And you are always reachable. You're always there. You're always encouraging. You're always 100% with us. We never get just a part of Pete. We get all of Pete. And that's the epitome of a true leader. And I'm just so grateful for you, and you're my family, and I love you. And I can't wait to see you at M15. Because that's where we're heading. That's where you're heading. That's where the team's heading. And I know it's been a rough couple of weeks for you, because I don't know if a lot of you know that Pete got injured post conference. And so it's been a rough couple of weeks, and it's really, what's happened is you've really seen your team step up for you. Everybody has stepped up for you. And I love you, and I'm so proud of you. And I can't hear you, but I can see your mouth moving.
Love you very much. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No. You interrupt me all the time, and I interrupt you.
Matt wants to come up. Matt wants to come up.
No.
I love you. I love you, Lillian. Thank you so much.
I love you too, Pete. I'm so proud of you. I think we all are. You deserve this.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right, Luigi. You ready for my sad story? You ready for my sad story,
Luigi? Wait a second here. I was talking there, but nobody could hear me. The damn mic was closed. I said, first of all, Lillian, I love what you said. It's so true, every single word of it. But I also love the fact that you came to California, because tonight's call is about, the live events like Kwame has been touching on. And I felt that it shifted your energy also. Like, yes, you believed in OLYLIFE. Yes, you want to succeed. It's not something that you've always done all your life, right? You've also been in the corporate world a lot. Exactly. But it did open your eyes to a different kind of level now. Like there's something else that has shined in you. So now what Kwame's telling you tonight is when you go to these events, that light is easy to shine the first month, the second month, the third month, but then you have to dig in deeper to keep that light shining after. And that's where people, like, they come to an event, they're all excited for a couple of months, and then it just wears down. Keep that light until you go to the next event. And you know that next month we're doing Vancouver. You know that, eh?
Yes, for August, right?
Yes, August, near the end of August. So that's another time that you'll be able to come shine and come say some words on stage with me.
Sure. You know what? What I love is that going to conference and meeting everybody. I wasn't one of those people who was snapping the photos of everybody, because that's just not who I was wanting to take it in. I'm not the person to go around like, oh, I can't do that, because I just wanted to take it all in, get to see the personality, see how people mingle and how everybody just meshed together. It was like this, it was just so, the energy in the rooms and when people spoke and everything, it really lights a fire in your soul. And I've come home, and for the last 2 weeks, I mean, I've been concerned about Pete and stuff like that. But I think there is something different in me as well, and how I'm building a team now. And it's like every day and doing more so, because you're right. Like, we can sit around on our tushies and watch Netflix and things like that and do this and do that. But no, there's a different fire in me, and I'm more determined now, and I'm doing, I know I have my goal, and I know I'm going to reach it. And I know Pete's going to be there with me.
Matthew,
where is he? No, he's there. You know what's funny is that I invited Matthew, and he declined me the first time. I almost had a heart attack. You know, this guy loves to talk. Like, you give this guy a mic, he could talk for an hour. But for tonight, you're going to be respectful, eh, Matthew? I'll let you speak.
Of course, I am.
So you want to say some words to your friend Pete? And by the way, Matt's bringing in some good people too. Hey, congratulations, Matt. Yeah, he's bringing in some good people. Yes, go ahead, Matt. It's all yours.
Thank you. Well, hey, Pete.
What's that on top of your head, buddy?
That is a dragonfly that clips on the hat. I'm out for a walk. The deer flies will just about carry you away out here. I live in the middle of the woods, guys. If you don't know, I got 50 acres on a river, and my nearest neighbor is a kilometer away. So,
but what does that do? Does it scare the flies?
It does. It scares the flies. Okay. Seriously, dragonflies, they don't so they hunt mosquitoes and they hunt deer flies. And so anyway, maybe it's a gimmick, but it seems to work.
All right.
But with that being said, Peter, congratulations on M3, brother. So proud of you. Like you said, we've been dancing with some frogs a little bit and doing some stuff to make some money. But I don't like just, I don't like to just do stuff to make money. I like to do stuff that has a purpose. And you are a purpose-driven leader. You have a heart of gold. I'm so happy you were so damn persistent with me to make me take a look at this and peel back the covers and understand what I didn't want to really take a look at and understand. And you deserve this. I mean, oh, man. I mean, you had a company sell out from underneath you with 300,000 people in your downline. I can't even imagine. I've had compensation plans taken from me. And you did what you had to do. You looked around. But you know what, Luigi, thanks for calling Pete and getting back on him and saying, Pete, it's time, brother. It's time to take a look at this. So, Pete, I appreciate you. I love you, brother. It was great hanging out and finally getting a chance to meet you. And, other people Luigi get to meet. Tuan, who I've known for like 17 or 18 years now, online, got a chance to meet him. And that's why the events are key, folks. It goes from your head to your heart. But Pete, thank you. Congrats on M3, M4. Brother, Luigi just said, I was telling you got a chance to meet or talk to Granat earlier. And, we're about to explode Europe, my friend. We're going to bring in tens of millions of dollars in volume in this leg of business for you. And we're excited to help take you to M7, or as Lillian says, M15, because we're going to have to start creating some more freaking ranks in this comp plan. Back to you, Pete.
Bill,
thank you, Matt.
Bill,
thank you so much, man.
We finish off with Pete. Did you have a word to say to Pete? Did you have a word to say to Pete, Bill? Okay, close your camera.
All right.
Hey,
let me respond to Matt real quick.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Bill.
Hey. So thank you for putting me on here. Pete is an amazing man. I've known him for years online. Finally got the link up with him through Matthew. Matthew is amazing. And you know what's great is you become family with people that you don't even know, through everybody on the same mission, having the same passion. So, Pete, congratulations. Matthew, I know you're on his heels, and we got something great here. And I have never been so jacked up as I've been in the last month that I've been involved. So thank you very much, and congratulations, Pete.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Matt, thank you so much. You were the best roommate. You didn't snore like Malik and Luigi, so we had a great time. And thank you for coming so far across the country. That was a big journey, and you really committed early. You had kind of just started, and you made that big commitment, and that meant a lot to me.
I did. I booked my plane ticket before I made a couple bucks, and I wanted to just real fast say, Matt Britt's got a big part of what's happening in our team as well. Sorry, back to you, Pete.
Hey, Tim. So, all right, you ready, guys? I'll tell you my sad story. I'm just kidding. So, I learned what's possible in this industry almost about 10 years ago. I was in a company, like Matt was saying, and 2 years after I joined, I had quite a head start. I was one of the first people. I had a great team going. This young lady came in that was 20 years younger than me, more than 20 years younger than me. She ended up putting in 10 times as many people as I did and really changing the industry. And she became famous, and unfortunately she died. And I knew at that moment, this was September 2023, I said, I know at some point I'm going to have to move on. I just felt it. So for about 2.5 years, I really was looking for something phenomenal again, because that was a good company. We had a great time. And about a year ago, I met Matt and Lillian and Borislav and Leanne and some other people. And really, we kind of became friends and everything. And that was a cool little company. It wasn't OLYLIFE, but it was a cool little company. It came around at the right time. And I'm very grateful. I would never change anything because I got to become good friends with Matt and really get to know. And me and Lillian and Leanne spent months and months together in a little chat on WhatsApp, just like two sisters. And they trusted me, and we did something and it didn't work out, and we did something else and it didn't work out. And so the fact that they even trusted me to do this, which was like I was 0-2, really meant a lot to me. And then Jenna, Jenna had been coaching me with digital marketing. She was really good at it. I'm not really good at it. And she trusted me and had no reason to trust me because I hadn't mastered what she was teaching. And I tried, but I just couldn't get a grip on it or whatever. Matt didn't join, like he said, right away. I didn't even know Borislav. He was almost an M2. I didn't even know him before last year. So normally I would go after all these big marketers when I do something, and some of them would join and then they quit. None of that happened this time. This was just a totally organic thing. And I'm so grateful that it is, because it's been such a better experience. And on paper, I should be living in the woods. Like, I don't have a list. I don't post the right way with the mysteries. I don't communicate.
Nothing wrong with living in the woods, brother.
Well, not your woods. I mean, like in the woods. And, so I don't have any technical skills or anything. I do get up early. I do fall in love with what I do. I think I have a sixth sense to see in people greatness. And I'm not a big recruiter like Trisha. When she told me she put 83 people in at the event, I'm like, I really got to master that. I'm not good at like getting personal in-person stuff going like Ricky. I want to master that. So, I'm so glad I got to the event and hear from people who have done great things that I really want to do. I haven't brought in that many people. In fact, I'm like the quarterback with the broken leg. I'm on the sideline, like Lillian said, and I even have gone into some pretty decent slumps since joining OLYLIFE. But the team stepped up, man, and it kind of reminds me of like the story of Jesus when he's walking and there's two footsteps, and he says, Jesus, where'd you go? There's only one footstep. Well, there's only one set of footsteps, and Jesus said, that's when I was carrying you, my son. And my team, Jenna, Borislav, Matt, Lillian, Leanne, and Jeremy, they have literally carried me to M3. And I'm so freaking grateful. And I love this comp plan. The thing that Matt and I met and we were doing, it was a good little thing, but I would need 50 people to join this month to make $1,000. And guys, I'm not stupid. I was doing the math in my head right before Luigi called me. I was really scared. I'm like, I cannot recruit massive amounts of people in these low ticket deals. I'm going to starve to death, And for me, it's not even about like the money. Like, I have to get up and do something every day. I have got to have something I believe is the greatest thing in the world, or I won't even get out of bed, I have to have that belief in my head. Doesn't matter if it's true. It matters that I believe it. And so, when this came along, Luigi, I don't know how you knew to call me that day, dude, but I was at my rope's end. And this was about the first week in February. I had bought a machine almost a year earlier, never did anything. I showed it to my friend Melanie. I showed it to my friend Michael. I showed it to one or two other people, but I didn't really do anything. And Luigi was so kind. He invited me to Singapore. He tried just little tidbits, never annoyed me, but like he just little tidbits every month and a half. He would just kind of check in and everything. And it's amazing that you even stuck with me, brother. It's amazing. And, I can say this. I've never met a leader who laughs and has as much fun as you do. And that really makes it a lot of fun for me because I want to have that attitude. Because when we met, you weren't doing so great when we first met. And I felt exactly probably had you did when you called me that day in February. And I really needed this. And so you saved me, and you guys that I mentioned a few minutes ago, you guys have saved me. And 2 weeks ago, I got back from the event. That night, I got bit by a black widow or brown recluse or something. And my leg just blew up and was so infected. I've been to the hospital 4 or 5 times, and the thing that's really scary for me, guys, most people were like, don't be such a big baby and everything. My mother died from an insect bite. My father died from a wound that wouldn't heal. And all of a sudden I had both. And I was actually scared I was going to lose my leg at one point. And I'm better now. I'm doing better. And this M3 has been the only really light in my life the last 2 weeks since I got back. And I had the best time ever at the event. I mean, it was incredible. And it just sucked that like literally the next morning I woke up with this horrible, horrible pain and it was crazy. But, thank God. I'm so proud of my team. I'm so proud of myself. I am proud of myself. I found good people, even though it's only a handful. And I'll tell you guys, you do not need many people in this business. It's amazing. You could have one day I'll be working with Jenna. Another day I'll be working with Jeremy. Another day I'm working with Matt. I'm working with Lillian. And that's like I can count on one hand and you can make really, really good income. It's like, it's nuts. And so I'm very grateful. Another thing I want to mention, none of my friends, they're not crypto bros. Matt, Lillian, she was a nurse. Jenna didn't need to do this. None of them would have done this if the product wasn't great. I'll tell you right now, none of them. They would have said, Pete, no, not doing it. And even when they got the product, they would have said, no, I'm not doing it. So not there. Now, I want to give you an example of the extreme. My friend Melanie, who's on, she has a lady on her team that's like a social influencer, not a network marketer. She has a ton of customers. They have nothing to do with the business. This business or this product can stand on its own. And that is proof of that because lots and lots of people have bought the product from her and they've all thanked us profusely and they don't even paying attention to the business. So that meant a lot to me that this lady could get all these sales and everybody was happy and they didn't care if they made any money from it. So that really meant a lot to me. Going to the event was incredible. I mean, just meeting Anna and Malik and hanging out with Luigi in person and meeting my family in person, Matt and Lillian and I mean, it was just a dream come true. So I know we're going to go to Thailand and we're going to win condos and we're going to do all kinds of cool stuff together. And so we're just getting started. I've only been doing this about a little over 4 months. And so, you can make it happen fast and everything. But guys, I don't have any special skills or anything. You just got, all I can say is get up every day, be consistent. And Lillian, I'm so proud of you. I remember a month or two ago, you were like, how is this person getting all these sales? How is that person? And now you're calling me every day with, I got another one. This lady's coming on board. I talked to this person. I talked to that person. So, watching you change has been incredible. My friend Leanne, who I love, she was all stressed out doing all these deals and everything. We started OLYLIFE. She's become this peaceful warrior where she doesn't get stressed out and she's just having a beautiful life and enjoying herself. She was working 15, 18, she left corporate America, but then she was working 15 or 18 hours a day doing online stuff. That's no better, right? So, I mean, it's incredible. I'm not really a materialistic person. What I love is to go out and have lunch with my wife. My wife's been retired for 10 years. That was one of the things I was terrified when Luigi called me. I said, I can't have her go back to work. I mean, we're not young, And this has really saved me, guys. This has saved me in so many ways. I'm so incredibly grateful. I know I'm going to get to M4, M5. I know that everybody's coming with me. I love how Matt and Lillian and Jenna and Borislav and Jeremy, how everybody has fallen in love with this the way I have. They didn't have to. And Luigi, you're a big part of that because your energy and your love and everything is just, I mean, it just transcends, what we're doing beyond money and everything. It's just, it's amazing. So we're doing good things. We're helping people. We have a non-invasive way of helping people with everybody's jabbing themselves with the, what's and everything right now. I mean, I don't want no part of that. Yes, you can make great money and everything. And God bless them. I hope it helps people, but I don't want to do that. I like what we're doing because it's, in my opinion, safer. I don't ever have to make medical claims with this. I just tell people, do your research on ChatGPT. I want to hear about your experience. I would never try to get people's hopes up about ailments and stuff like that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to hype up the money or anything like that. All people need to do is be active, find a couple good partners like I have. And I want to improve. I want to get better. I want to start recruiting like Trisha does. I want to start meeting people the way Ricky does. I want to start building huge legs like Luigi does. I want all those things, but I'm so grateful where I'm at. It's been such an amazing, amazing blessing already. And it can only get better from here. So God bless you guys. Love you. And thanks.
We love you, Peter, man. Thank you. We love you, brother.
All right, let's all congratulate him in the chat. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Lee. And yeah, we're all wishing you for your leg to get better. So I hope you're using the P90, even low intensity. Do it 2-3 times.
I'm using the wand a lot. I'm using the wand a lot, and I am using the
wand
P90
a lot on your. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, Pete, this was your night. Congratulations. You deserve every bit of love that you got from everyone. Plus, you know what? I don't know why there, but I had a feeling that we're going to see you go to M7 in this company. I just had a feeling there.
No doubt, brother. Nothing can stop me.
Everyone,
hey, Luigi, man, let me jump on and say hi.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Ricky.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Hey, man, I've got my shirt on. I wore my Grateful Dead shirt for you today. Yeah, brother. Hey, I just want to congratulate you. You're a freaking amazing brother, and great meeting you in Anaheim, and great hanging out with you and chit-chatting, talking about the dead and everything else, man. And I love you, bro. I mean, I hope you get to M4 like super, super fast, and M5 and M6 and M7. And I found out I was in your downline, I heard, so that was great. So I'll be calling you a lot more for support and help in the near future. So get ready.
Thank you very much. And congrats on your impending M4 here.
Yeah, coming soon. But the day's about you, man, and congratulations, man.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed tonight's call. Thank you, Kwame, for a great training too, the first half. Thank you all the comments and the panelists here on today. God bless you all. We'll see you all tomorrow on another wonderful call. Tomorrow we might have an opportunity call just to make something different there. So maybe, that's what we'll do. Tomorrow we'll have an opportunity call. I'll announce it early. So if anybody wants to invite some people, some guests there, Matthew, you want to come pump that with me tomorrow night there, baby?
100%. I'm in. All in. Let's go.
Let's do an opportunity call tomorrow.
100%.
Kwame, peace, brother. Hey, I got.
Thanks, Kwame. I look forward to meeting you.
Congrats, baby. It looks good on you, man.
we better see you in Thailand, Tuam, eh? Kwame, you understand?
Hey, man, baby. Wheels up, seat back. Let's go.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.